As the great Buddha once said, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. This profound wisdom reminds us of the destructive nature of anger. Have you ever felt the sting of anger and wondered how to let go and find peace? In today's video, we'll explore 7 transformative Buddhist lessons that can help you release anger and cultivate inner peace. On the root of anger, ignorance. In Buddhism, it is profoundly understood that the primary root of anger is ignorance. This ignorance isn't just a lack of knowledge, but a fundamental misunderstanding of the nature of reality. According to Buddhist teachings, this kind of ignorance distorts our perception, making us see the world and our lives through a skewed lens. This distortion leads to creating and clinging to unrealistic expectations and forming deep attachments to outcomes, people, and material possessions. For instance, if we expect that people will always act kindly toward us or that events will always unfold in our favor, we set ourselves up for disappointment. Life, in its essence, is unpredictable and often contrary to our desires and expectations. When these expectations are not met, it leads to frustration, which often escalates into anger. The Buddha succinctly captured this concept when he said, "All wrongdoing arises because of mind. If mind is transformed, can wrongdoing remain?" This profound statement highlights the transformative power of the mind in overcoming negative emotions and actions. To address and mitigate the feelings of anger, Buddhism teaches the pursuit of wisdom. Gaining a deeper understanding and wisdom involves seeing things as they truly are, without the cloud of our biases and expectations. This perspective is known as seeing the true nature of reality. It entails acknowledging that life is a series of fluctuating events, good and bad, and that each individual is fighting their own unique battles. Moreover, Buddhist philosophy teaches about the impermanence of all things. Everything around us, including our experiences and relationships, is in a constant state of flux. Embracing this impermanence helps in letting go of our attachments. For example, understanding that a relationship might change over time allows us to appreciate it more deeply without clinging to its current state or mourning its evolution. Practicing mindfulness is another key Buddhist approach to managing anger. By staying present and fully engaging with the moment without past prejudices or future anxieties, we are less likely to build scenarios in our head that fuel anger. Mindfulness teaches us to respond to life's challenges with a calm and clear mind. Furthermore, developing compassion and patience are essential in the Buddhist approach to transforming anger. When we cultivate compassion, we begin to see others' actions through a lens of understanding rather than judgment. This shift in perception allows us to empathize with others, realizing that their actions are often a result of their own suffering or ignorance. Patience complements this by giving us the resilience to endure provocations and irritations without losing our temper. To truly diminish the grip of anger, Buddhists engage in regular meditation practices. Meditation helps in self-reflection and fosters an inner peace that is less likely to be disturbed by external circumstances. It allows practitioners to observe their thoughts and emotions without attachment, understanding them as mere phenomena that come and go. In summary, Buddhism teaches that by cultivating wisdom, practicing mindfulness, embracing impermanence, and fostering compassion and patience, we can transform our minds. This transformation is key to not only reducing anger, but also to living a more peaceful and fulfilled life. Through the diligent practice of these teachings, we can achieve a state of mind where anger has little power and wisdom reigns supreme. Self-reflection is your superpower. Self-reflection is a profound superpower that holds immense significance in Buddhist practice. The Buddha once proclaimed, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." This statement underscores the transformative power of our thoughts and the importance of self-awareness. By dedicating time to introspect on our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we can uncover valuable insights about ourselves, particularly the triggers and patterns of our anger. The practice of self-reflection in Buddhism isn't just about noticing what happens within us, but understanding the deeper reasons behind these occurrences. This process involves carving out regular periods for quiet contemplation, where we can review our daily experiences, reactions, and behaviors without any rush or judgment. For instance, if we consistently find ourselves getting angry under specific circumstances, it's beneficial to delve into the reasons. We might ask ourselves questions like, are we feeling threatened, misunderstood, or disrespected? Do these feelings stem from deep-seated fears or insecurities? Gaining clarity on the underlying causes of our reactions helps us view our emotions from a new perspective. This heightened awareness is crucial. It allows us to tackle the root issues, guiding us to make more deliberate and conscious choices. Instead of succumbing to impulsive reactions, we can decide to respond in ways that are more aligned with our values and goals. Over time, this reflective practice cultivates greater emotional resilience and self-control, leading to a noticeable reduction in both the frequency and intensity of our anger. Moreover, self-reflection fosters an intimate understanding of our mind's workings, helping us develop a kinder and more compassionate relationship with ourselves. This inner harmony is essential for personal growth and emotional well-being. Alongside self-reflection, mindfulness plays a central role in managing and transforming anger within Buddhist teachings. Mindfulness involves maintaining a moment-to-moment awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without passing judgment. By engaging in mindfulness practices such as meditation and daily conscious awareness, we create a space in our minds to observe our emotions, including anger, as they arise. This observational stance provided by mindfulness allows us to recognize anger as a transient state, not an integral part of who we are. When we feel anger bubbling up, mindfulness equips us with the tools to pause. In that pause, perhaps through taking a deep breath or stepping back, we gain the opportunity to choose how we respond rather than react. This could mean walking away from a provoking situation, discussing our feelings in a calm manner, or engaging in activities that help soothe our agitation, such as deep breathing exercises or a brief session of meditation. The Buddha emphasized the significance of this practice in one of his teachings, stating, "You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger." This profound insight reveals that the true detriment of anger is the internal turmoil and suffering it generates, rather than any external repercussions. Through mindfulness, we can mitigate this self-inflicted suffering and foster a more serene and balanced mind. In summary, both self-reflection and mindfulness are indispensable tools in Buddhism for understanding and managing anger. These practices not only help in reducing the immediate effects of anger, but also contribute to long-term emotional health and stability. By cultivating these skills, we can achieve a deeper sense of peace and contentment in our lives, reflecting the wisdom of Buddha's teachings in our everyday actions and interactions. Embrace stillness and silence. Embracing stillness and silence is a fundamental aspect of Buddhist practice, offering a profound pathway to inner peace and clarity. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to react impulsively to situations, particularly those that provoke anger. However, by integrating moments of stillness and silence into our daily routine, we cultivate a space within ourselves that allows for a calmer and more measured response to life's challenges. Stillness and silence aren't just physical states, but mental ones as well. When we allow ourselves to be still, we're not merely pausing our physical bodies, we're also calming our minds. It's akin to allowing a glass of muddy water to settle until it becomes clear. By ceasing to stir it, the sediment sinks to the bottom, leaving the water transparent and tranquil. Similarly, when we cease the mental stirring of our thoughts and emotions, clarity naturally emerges. In the serene embrace of silence, our mind gets an opportunity to detach from the incessant internal chatter and the external noise of the world. This detachment is crucial because it stops us from getting swept up in the immediacy of our emotions. When anger arises, instead of being carried away by it, we observe it. This observational distance allows us to understand our emotions better, recognizing them as temporary states that do not define us. Practicing stillness and silence provides us with the vital skill of pausing. This pause is powerful. It's the space where we can breathe deeply, reflect calmly, and choose how to respond rather than react. When confronted with a situation that might typically elicit an angry response, this pause gives us the time to consider a more compassionate and thoughtful approach. Perhaps instead of lashing out, we might find a way to express our feelings that fosters understanding rather than conflict. Moreover, these practices help us cultivate patience. Patience is not merely about waiting, but about maintaining a calm and non-reactive state of mind regardless of the circumstances. This attribute is essential when dealing with situations that can lead to anger or frustration. Through regular practice of stillness and silence, we enhance our ability to endure provocations without immediately reacting in anger. Buddha's wisdom encapsulates the power of these practices beautifully. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. In the context of stillness and silence, this teaching urges us to find our peace internally. The right word at the right time can diffuse tension and promote peace, and often that word comes from a place of deep inner calm. Thus, the practice of stillness and silence is not just about quieting the outer world, but about enriching our inner world. It's about creating a mental environment where clarity, peace, and compassion can flourish. By embracing these practices regularly, we transform our approach to anger and conflict, leading to more harmonious interactions and a more centered life. Gratitude, as taught in Buddhism, is a potent antidote to anger and resentment. It is a transformative practice that shifts our focus from what is lacking in our lives to the abundance that is already present. By cultivating a mindset of gratitude, we reframe our perception, encouraging ourselves to see the positive, which inherently dissolves negative emotions like anger. This practice of gratitude involves a conscious decision to acknowledge and appreciate the good in our lives. It could be something as simple as feeling thankful for the warmth of the sun on a cool day, a gesture of kindness from a colleague, or the comfort of our home. These moments, though small, can significantly alter our mood and outlook, training our mind to focus more on positivity and less on the sources of our discontent and frustration. Implementing gratitude into daily life can be done in various ways, one of which is maintaining a gratitude journal. This simple habit of writing down things we are grateful for each day can dramatically shift our perspective. It allows us to set a positive tone for the day and helps in rewiring our brain to naturally seek out and focus on positive occurrences. Over time, this practice not only enhances our emotional well-being, but also changes the way we interact with the world around us. Moreover, gratitude extends beyond personal benefit. It also improves our interactions and relationships with others. When we express gratitude towards people for their actions, we not only make them feel valued, but also strengthen our connections with them. This reciprocal appreciation fosters a more supportive and positive environment, reducing feelings of anger and resentment both towards ourselves and others. Another effective way to cultivate gratitude is through meditation. Gratitude meditation involves focusing our thoughts on the aspects of our lives that we are thankful for, sending positive thoughts towards these blessings. This form of meditation helps deepen our appreciation and nurtures a sense of contentment, effectively countering feelings of dissatisfaction that can lead to anger. Buddha's teachings emphasize the importance of gratitude in enhancing our well-being. He famously said, "Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared." This metaphor beautifully illustrates how sharing our gratitude and happiness not only helps others, but enriches our own lives as well. It reinforces the idea that by cultivating a thankful heart, we can spread joy and positivity, which in turn can diminish our own negative emotions. In addition to journaling and meditation, expressing gratitude can be practiced in daily interactions by simply saying thank you, giving compliments, or performing acts of kindness. These actions, while small, can have profound effects on our mood and the atmosphere around us. They serve as reminders of the good in our world and encourage others to adopt a similar attitude of gratitude. The practice of gratitude also teaches us resilience. By focusing on the positive even in challenging times, we develop a buffer against the harshness of life's realities. This resilience enables us to face difficulties with a more balanced perspective, preventing anger from taking root in our hearts. In conclusion, gratitude is more than just a practice. It's a lifestyle change that offers extensive benefits. By regularly engaging in gratitude, we transform our inner landscape, paving the way for more joy, peace, and contentment. This shift not only mitigates anger, but also enriches our relationships and enhances our overall quality of life. As we continue to practice gratitude, we find that our capacity for joy expands and our tendency towards anger diminishes, truly embodying Buddha's teaching that happiness grows when shared. Trusting the natural order and letting go of the need for control are fundamental tenets in Buddhism, particularly revolving around the concept of impermanence. Impermanence teaches us that all aspects of life are in constant flux, constantly evolving and changing. This understanding is pivotal because it highlights the futility of attempting to control every facet of our existence, a behavior that not only proves fruitless, but also cultivates frustration and anger. By clinging to the illusion of control, we often set ourselves up for disappointment. Life, with its inherent unpredictability, can seldom be forced into a predictable pattern of our choosing. The Buddhist philosophy encourages us to embrace this natural flow of life with an open heart and mind, accepting the reality that we cannot foresee or influence every outcome. Learning to adapt, rather than attempting to mold every aspect of life to our expectations, is a healthier, more peaceful approach. This relinquishing of control does not mean we become passive observers of our own lives. Rather, it shifts our focus to the elements we can influence, our reactions, thoughts, and behaviors. This change in perspective is immensely powerful. It enables us to remain calm and collected in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs, reducing the stress and anger that arise from unmet expectations. For example, when faced with someone whose actions upset us, it's easy to react with anger. However, by applying the principles of impermanence and acceptance, we can choose to see their behavior as part of the broad spectrum of human actions. Acceptance in this context doesn't imply approval of negative behavior, but rather a recognition of it as a transient event that does not need to disturb our inner peace. This approach allows us to respond more thoughtfully and less impulsively, preserving our tranquility. Furthermore, trusting in the natural order calls for a significant reduction in the ego's influence over our decisions and reactions. The ego often pushes us towards controlling outcomes to avoid discomfort or to ensure that situations unfold in our favor. However, this pursuit is rooted in a mistaken belief in our ability to secure our well-being through manipulation of external circumstances. In reality, such attempts at control often lead to increased anxiety and anger because life, by its nature, will often veer off the courses we set. Letting go of this incessant need to control requires us to confront and dismantle these deep-seated fears and insecurities. It involves developing faith in the process of life and trusting that more often than not, things will resolve themselves in ways that are perhaps different from what we envisioned, but no less valid. This process is about embracing flexibility and openness to different outcomes, thereby fostering resilience and a deeper sense of peace. As we practice these principles, we learn the art of living more harmoniously with the forces around us. We become better equipped to handle challenges and adversities because our happiness and peace are no longer contingent on external conditions. Instead, they are rooted in a stable and serene state of mind that appreciates the transient nature of all things. In essence, trusting the natural order and releasing our grip on control helps us to navigate life with grace. It transforms our interactions and enhances our experiences, providing a profound sense of freedom and contentment. By internalizing and practicing these lessons from Buddhism, we not only mitigate our own suffering, but also contribute to a more peaceful and compassionate world. Trusting the natural order is a profound concept in Buddhism, emphasizing the recognition and respect for the interconnectedness of all things. According to Buddhist philosophy, nothing exists in isolation. Everything is interdependent. Our actions and decisions ripple across the web of life, influencing the world in ways both seen and unseen. This understanding of interconnectedness instills a sense of humility and encourages us to approach life with openness and acceptance. This interconnectedness teaches us that while we play a significant role in the tapestry of life, we do not control the vast array of forces that move the world. Embracing this reality helps us let go of the illusion of control, where we believe that we can manage every aspect and outcome of our lives. Letting go leads us to a deep-seated peace, freeing us from the impulse to react with frustration or anger when things don't unfold according to our plans. This acceptance of life's fluid nature brings about a profound sense of freedom, lessening our inclination to respond with anger. The wisdom of Buddha illuminates this approach. To enjoy good health, to bring true happiness to one's family, to bring peace to all, one must first discipline and control one's own mind. If a man can control his mind, he can find the way to enlightenment, and all wisdom and virtue will naturally come to him. This teaching highlights that mastery over one's own mind is the most genuine form of control, rather than exerting force over external circumstances. By surrendering our need for control and allowing life to unfold in its unpredictable yet often beautiful ways, we maintain our peace of mind and enhance our ability to meet life's challenges with grace and equanimity. This doesn't mean we become passive. Rather, we become actively engaged in a process of adapting and responding to life with a calm and open heart. Trusting the natural order builds resilience, making us less prone to anger and more receptive to the experiences life offers. One practical method to cultivate this trust is through meditation. Meditation trains us to develop a deeper awareness of our thoughts and emotions, allowing us to observe them without entanglement. Regular meditation practice enables us to detach from specific outcomes, fostering acceptance of whatever life presents. This mindset is not resignation, but a profound engagement with life that acknowledges and respects its fluid and impermanent nature. Reflecting on the impermanence of life can also deepen our trust in the natural order. By recognizing that everything, our joys, struggles, and even our existence, is transient, we adopt a more relaxed and open attitude towards life. This understanding helps us to appreciate the present moment more fully and reduces the anxiety associated with clinging to unchangeable outcomes. Moreover, embracing interconnectedness encourages us to consider the broader impact of our actions. By understanding that our behavior affects not only our immediate environment, but also the larger world, we can make more thoughtful and compassionate decisions. This awareness is crucial in cultivating a lifestyle that respects and nurtures the well-being of all living beings. In essence, trusting the natural order and understanding the interconnectedness of life are not merely philosophical concepts, but practical approaches to living more harmoniously. They teach us to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and compassion, leading to a more peaceful existence. As we align ourselves with these teachings, we find that our lives are enriched with a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment, marked by an enduring peace that transcends the constant changes of the external world. Embracing the present moment with equanimity and letting go of the urge to control every aspect of life are central themes in Buddhist teachings. This perspective not only aids in reducing stress and anger, but also enriches our daily experiences by allowing us to accept life as it unfolds. In our everyday interactions and activities, the practice of letting go becomes particularly vital. Often, things do not proceed as planned. Delays occur, plans fail, and unexpected events arise. Instead of immediately attempting to rectify or control these situations, we can benefit from taking a brief pause to reflect. This pause is a moment of mindfulness, where we can assess whether the situation is within our control. If it's something beyond our control, the practice of acceptance becomes essential. Accepting that not everything can be controlled helps us let go of unnecessary stress and anxiety. Moreover, trusting the natural order involves a deep-seated faith in the process of life. This faith is not about passivity or resignation to fate. Rather, it's an active belief that things will unfold in their own time and that we possess the strength and resilience to handle whatever comes our way. Such faith empowers us to face life's uncertainties not with fear, but with courage and openness. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, being mindful of our reactions, pausing to reflect, and accepting what we cannot change, we gradually cultivate a trust in the natural flow of life. This trust significantly diminishes the frustration and anger that stem from trying to control everything. As we learn to let go, we become more adaptable, compassionate, and at ease with the natural ebb and flow of existence. This transformation is not instantaneous, but evolves through consistent practice and reflection. Each moment of letting go reinforces our trust in the natural order and teaches us more about the value of living in harmony with life's inherent unpredictability. By accepting the impermanent and interconnected nature of life, we relinquish the need to control every detail. This acceptance is liberating. It allows us to face life's challenges with grace and equanimity, markedly reducing our inclination to react with anger. Through the steady cultivation of this trust, we unlock a profound peace and freedom within ourselves. Trusting in life's process also means recognizing the interconnectedness of all events and entities. When we understand that our actions are part of a larger network of interactions, we begin to see our role in the broader context of the world. This recognition fosters a deeper sense of responsibility and a more thoughtful approach to our actions, enhancing our relationships and the impact we have on our environment. The journey towards embracing the natural order and letting go of control is deeply transformative. It shifts our focus from what we cannot influence to what we can, the cultivation of our inner peace and the quality of our responses. This shift not only benefits our personal well-being, but also contributes to the well-being of those around us. It encourages a life lived with less resistance and more acceptance, a life where each moment is met with a calm and open heart. Ultimately, the teachings of Buddhism provide us with tools to navigate the complexities of life more smoothly. By trusting the natural order, letting go of our desire for control, and embracing each moment with acceptance and grace, we foster a more peaceful existence, both internally and in our interactions with the world. This peaceful existence is not merely about avoiding conflict, but about engaging with life in a more profound and satisfying way. The power of forgiveness is a fundamental principle in Buddhism, deeply woven into the fabric of its teachings. This principle underscores a profound truth. Holding on to anger and resentment harms us more than it affects the person who may have wronged us. In the journey towards achieving inner peace and spiritual liberation, understanding and practicing forgiveness is crucial. Buddhism teaches that harboring resentment is akin to carrying a heavy burden. It's like holding a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. In the end, we are the ones who get burned. This vivid metaphor illustrates the self-destructive nature of anger. The longer we clutch onto these negative emotions, the heavier our burden becomes, clouding our judgment and overshadowing our spirit with darkness. This persistent state of anger can have extensive physical and emotional repercussions. Internally, it creates a toxic environment, heightening stress, anxiety, and potentially leading to various physical ailments. The mental space consumed by anger and grudges is vast, diverting our energy and attention from positive and constructive aspects of our life. Over time, these negative emotions can fester and grow, becoming all-consuming. Forgiveness, within the Buddhist context, is a deliberate and conscious act of releasing this burden. It is essential to understand that forgiveness does not imply condoning harmful actions or forgetting the wrongs that were done. Rather, it means letting go of the anger and resentment tied to those actions. This release is not just an act of forgetfulness, but a profound and transformative healing process. By forgiving, we unchain ourselves from the shackles of past grievances, reclaiming our emotional and mental freedom. This act of letting go brings about a profound transformation in our lives. It opens up space in our hearts for more positive emotions and allows us to move forward with our lives unencumbered by the past. This newfound freedom fosters inner peace, enhances our clarity of mind, and imbues our lives with a greater sense of joy and serenity. Moreover, forgiveness cultivates compassion and understanding. It encourages us to see the humanity in everyone, acknowledging that everyone, including ourselves, makes mistakes and deserves a chance for redemption. This understanding deepens our empathy, enabling us to forge stronger and more harmonious relationships with others. Through forgiveness, we not only heal ourselves, but also create an environment where others can heal, reinforcing a cycle of positive emotional and spiritual growth. The resilience we develop through practicing forgiveness is another significant benefit. It equips us to face life's inevitable challenges with grace and equanimity. With each act of forgiveness, we build our emotional strength, becoming more adept at navigating the complexities of human relationships and the various trials life presents. Forgiveness also has a ripple effect on our surroundings. By maintaining a forgiving and peaceful heart, we contribute to a more compassionate world. Our interactions with others become more positive and constructive, and this positivity has a way of coming back to us, enhancing our lives and the lives of those around us. In summary, the Buddhist practice of forgiveness is not merely about letting go of past hurts, but about transforming our entire approach to life. It involves recognizing the toxic effects of holding on to anger and choosing a path of emotional liberation. This path leads us not only to personal peace, but also to a deeper connection with others based on mutual respect and understanding. Forgiveness, therefore, is a powerful tool for personal and communal healing, essential for anyone seeking to live a fulfilled and peaceful life. Through the lens of Buddhism, we see that forgiveness is not just an act of letting go, but a profound commitment to living freely and fully, with a heart open to the endless possibilities of the present moment. The profound wisdom of Buddha, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die, vividly highlights the destructive nature of anger and the transformative power of forgiveness. This analogy underlines a critical aspect of emotional health. By harboring anger, we only harm ourselves, poisoning our minds and spirits. Forgiveness, therefore, is not just an act of kindness towards others, but a profound act of self-care that can lead to true inner peace and happiness. In the rich tapestry of Buddhist teachings, forgiveness serves as a crucial pathway to healing and liberation. This journey of forgiveness is not confined to our personal peace. It extends its healing touch to our relationships and the broader world around us. By embracing forgiveness, we not only nurture our own souls, but also foster well-being and understanding in our communities. Moreover, the concept of forgiveness in Buddhism is intricately linked with the idea of karma. According to Buddhist philosophy, every action, positive or negative, creates a ripple effect, influencing our future experiences. Holding on to anger and resentment seeds negative karma, which can adversely affect our future. Conversely, practicing forgiveness cleanses our mind and plants seeds of positive karma. This karmic impact of forgiveness adds a profound dimension to its practice, encouraging us to approach life with compassion and wisdom. Forgiveness also emerges as a powerful tool for conflict resolution. Approaching conflicts with a forgiving mindset often leads to more peaceful and constructive resolutions. This not only settles the immediate dispute, but also strengthens relationships, laying a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Through forgiveness, we can transform not only our internal state, but also positively impact our external interactions and environments. An equally important aspect of forgiveness in Buddhism is the practice of self-forgiveness. Often, the hardest person to forgive is oneself. We may cling to guilt and self-blame for past errors, which can be as damaging as holding grudges against others. Buddhist teachings advocate for self-compassion and urge us to forgive ourselves, recognizing that as humans we are fallible yet capable of growth and transformation. This practice of self-forgiveness is essential for achieving holistic emotional and spiritual well-being. Furthermore, forgiveness fosters a sense of community and interconnectedness. When we forgive, we acknowledge our shared human experience and the interdependence of all beings. This realization helps us cultivate a more compassionate and inclusive worldview, promoting peace and harmony within our communities. The multifaceted power of forgiveness in Buddhism offers a pathway to a more liberated and fulfilling life. It alleviates the burdens of anger and resentment, paving the way for a state of peace, compassion, and joy. This liberation is not merely an internal experience, it radiates outward, influencing our interactions and contributions to the world. In practicing forgiveness, we engage in a profound spiritual exercise that transcends mere emotional regulation. It is a deliberate choice to let go of grievances and embrace a life of peace and contentment. This choice is transformative, enabling us to live fully in the present, free from the shackles of past hurts. In essence, forgiveness, according to Buddhist principles, is a profound commitment to personal and communal peace. It requires a deep understanding of the nature of anger and the willingness to release it. Through continual practice, forgiveness becomes a way of life, enriching our experiences and interactions with a spirit of compassion and understanding. It allows us to navigate the complexities of life with a heart open to the endless possibilities of growth and renewal, fostering a world where peace and harmony prevail. By embracing forgiveness, we initiate a profound transformation within ourselves and extend this change outward, creating a ripple effect of positivity and healing throughout our surroundings. This choice to forgive acts as a pivotal moment in our spiritual journeys, echoing the enduring wisdom of Buddha. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. By choosing forgiveness over resentment, we open our hearts to the vast reservoirs of love and compassion that lie within us, enriching not only our lives but also those around us. Incorporating the principles of forgiveness and the other 6 Buddhist lessons into our daily lives, we fundamentally alter our relationship with anger. These teachings guide us toward a more serene and mindful existence, emphasizing compassion over conflict and understanding over unrest. As we apply these lessons, we nurture a more peaceful life, both internally and in our interactions with the world. This journey towards peace isn't just about avoiding negativity, it's about actively creating a life filled with positive connections and deep, meaningful tranquility. Through these transformative practices, we cultivate a compassionate existence that resonates with the true essence of Buddhism. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on living a mindful and meaningful life. Until next time, stay calm and stay mindful.